And we are live. So in a few minutes, not a few minutes, in a minute or less, we'll be uh, starting our program. All right, sandali lang. Titignan ko kung po pwede kong i-run yung ano natin,
Yung background music.
yung background natin. Oh, okay. May problema ka, nagproblema yung background. Hmm, that's not good. And it's 8 o'clock. Magandang gabi po sa inyo dyan sa Pilipinas, sa ibang panig ng Asia. Magandang hapon sa Middle East at magandang umaga sa mga naka-tune in dito sa Talakbayan sa Tinig Pinoy Radio dito po sa North America. Okay, well, someone is trying to get in. I wonder who. Paano niya nakuha yung link? Anyways,
I passed the link to my friends.
oh, okay. Well,
Merong
yeah, we'll say
international.
hello to them. We'll say hello to
Yeah.
them later on. Will. Meanwhile, we'd like to welcome sa Talakbayan ang ating special guest today. Wala pong iba kundi si Mr. Ermin Garcia Jr. Magandang gabi sa iyo, Ermin.
Magandang gabi, Dan.
Kasama natin Ermin sa ating show ngayon ang aking partner William Obidencia who is in Japan right now.
Yeah,
Mm.
magandang gabi. Magandang gabi
Yan.
sa inyong lahat.
Yan. So nasa tatlong time zones tayo kung magagamit yung
Maraming
time zone
salamat.
na pinalalagyan natin.
Tama.
this, yeah, this is the beauty of the internet age. Nakapagko-communicate tayo and are able to reach the homes of our millions of kababayans wherever they are in the world. Para po sa kaalaman, this show is broadcasting live sa www.tinigpinoy.com and is also simulcast on FB Live and YouTube. Okay? So hanapin lang po ninyo Talakbayan sa YouTube. Siyempre sa Facebook kung online kayo ngayon, makikita ninyo nag-i-stream na itong ating palatuntunan ngayon. Ang gusto po nating pag-usapan ngayon, although medyo matagal lang masyado ito, na no, medyo marami na ngang either naiinis or natatawa sa nangyayari. Ang sinasabi ko po mga kaibigan ay ang nangyayari sa House of Representatives. And we are hoping that in today's program mabibigyan tayo ng dagdag na kaalaman ng ating kasamang si Ermin Garcia. Would that be a fair statement, Ermin?
Yes, sir. And
Okay.
tomorrow will be Tuesday pala, will be a more interesting day.
That is the D-Day,
Tuesday.
right? October
Yes,
13. Tama. Nako,
that's right.
hinihintay talaga natin yan. All
Uh,
righty.
Mukhang excited yung mga tao doon sa October 13. Hindi
Right.
ko alam
Hinihintay
bakit
natin lahat yan. So Ermin, bago tayo magpatuloy, po pwede bang normally I would do a research on our guest so I can do the introduction. But this time kasi hindi pa kami friends ni Ermin sa Facebook kaya hindi ako makagawa ng
Okay.
research would you be so kind enough to introduce yourself to our listeners, please?
Okay. I'm from Pangasinan. Okay,
Okay.
Dagupan. And I've been working as a journalist since 1968. My newspaper in Sunday Punch is a weekly English paper. But catering, it's ang niche ko dyan, really are Pangasinan residents or overseas, mga
Yes.
overseas Pangasinan. They reach
Okay.
us through my digital. Yung newspaper namin online was actually the first in the Philippines to go online, community newspaper.
Yes.
So we were on already since 1997, no?
Wow.
Hanggang ngayon, oo. So, the newspaper that I'm running right now is actually started by my father in 1956. But my father was murdered in his office in 1966. And I was still in school at that time. Kaya nung pag-graduate ko, I went back to Dagupan na to run the paper for him. Yun. And then
Okay.
now I I worked with the Manila Times for a while, for almost over a year. I was a publisher of Manila Times also
Oh,
dito.
wow. Okay.
And then I was working as executive director of the Philippine Press Institute in Manila. It's a national organization of newspapers in the
Yes.
country. And what we did mostly was training ng journalists.
Oh.
So we
Okay.
trained them on how to do their reports, mga ganun, to do their sections, to do their layouting,
Mhm.
coverage,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
with the help of a lot of mga senior journalists. So that's what we were doing. And then for all purposes of transparency, you ought to know that I once also served as a media consultant, you know, for media affairs for Senator Ping Lacson,
Okay.
and then I was also asked to help in media affairs for Senator Pia Cayetano, and then subsequently Senator Alan Cayetano. All of
Okay.
that in a span of 2010 to 2016.
Okay. Mhm.
Ayan.
Thank you. Maraming salamat. So narinig niyo mga kaibigan ang credentials ng ating bisita ngayong umaga, ngayong gabi sa inyo, umaga dito sa amin. At for transparency, ka nga sabi ni Ermin, siya po ay isang media consultant ni
Hindi yan
Sen-
PR, hindi yan PR.
hindi
Okay.
PR, hindi
Okay.
PR,
Some
consultant.
people kasi think that when you say consultant, you're doing PR. I don't do
No.
PR.
Yeah, so hindi po public relations officer ni
No, 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 no.
Alan Cayetano, si Ermin Garcia. He is a consultant for the Cayetanos and also once upon a time worked as a consultant according to him with Ping Lacson, si Senator Lacson po. Doon po sa mga nakatira dyan sa Quezon City, kung kayo ay nasa Ermin Garcia Street, tatay po yan ng ating kagalang-galang na bisita ngayong gabing ito. Ermin Garcia is the junior of the former or the founder of Sunday Punch of Dagupan. Kung interesado po kayong makita ang mga online presence nila, puntahan po ninyo yung punch.dagupan.com. Yan po ang digital presence ng Sunday Punch. Okay, hindi matapos-tapos ang usapin at kaguluhan sa Kongreso between Speaker Alan Cayetano and Marinduque Representative Lord Alan Velasco.
Oh.
Parehong may Alan, ano ha?
Yung isa
Lately,
double L.
yung isa double
Yung isa
L. I
okay.
see. Yeah. So lately po, on a rare move, nakialam na at nagbanta si Presidente Duterte sa mga ito dahil sa pangambang hindi maipasa yung 2021 national budget na naglalaman ng importanteng COVID-19 related stimulus packages.
Yes.
Merong banta ng showdown ko pareho na sinabi ni kasamang Ermin dito sa October 13. Magiging masunuring anak ba ang nagbabangayang mga partido or magpapatuloy ang kanilang intramurals? Kung hindi mapayapang maroresolba ang kaguluhang magaganap o nagaganap, ano ang mangyayari? Napakagandang questions. We have Ermin Garcia to provide us some insights on the going-ons in the HOR. And you, ladies and gentlemen, watching right now, are welcome to join us and ask your questions. Meron po kaming comment box. Mag-comment lang kayo dyan and William and I will be able to read them on the air. Or if you are brave enough, join us in the panel. I will send you a link and you will be able to join us live dito sa Talakbayan sa Tinig Pinoy Radio. So, are we ready?
Okay.
We're ready. Meron
You
akong
want to see the question or you want me to just go narrate?
No.
Okay, go ahead. You ask a question.
Para
Siguro, mas maliwanag, bigyan mo natin ng konting background. Actually, kami ni Dan, andito kami sa labas, nababasa lang namin sa post and napabalitaan namin sa news. So kung ano nangyayari. Pagkakaintindi ko, meron silang agreement. Sabi nga nila, gentleman's agreement na mag-share sila ng matagal lang panahon yun. So,
Actually, William, I think it's mabuti kung we give you a perspective. Bakit nandito tayo sa panahon na ganito? Last year, when the 18th Congress started, nagpakuha na gusto maging speaker yung tatlo. Velasco, si Romualdez, at saka si Cayetano. Okay? For the first time in the House, you have three who are vying for the position. and somehow na-involve pati yung public because election ng speaker is internal eh. But somehow because of the internet and everything, so naging public issue ang speakership. Never in the past naging public issue yan. Now, since they were all members of the coalition, they could not agree how to settle it. So the majority called on the president as head of the coalition to help settle the dilemma sa kanilang tatlo. At one time, they were asking kung sino maraming endorsement, etc. and all that. The president disregarded it and he said, let's settle this amicably. No? And then he came up with that proposal. The first thing that he settled was for Congressman Romualdez. Sabi na sa kanya, mag-majority floor leader ka. Walang term sharing sa iyo. Diretso yan. Yung mag-speaker na dalawa, mag-term sharing yan. And that's when he came up with the 1521. There was basically an agreement. There was no rancor, no fun about it.
Yeah.
So they went on. And at that time, when Cayetano sat in there, sunod-sunod na yung crisis sa loob. You have the Taal volcano, pumasok, di ba? And then, then ngayon yung COVID. But even then before that, may ABS-CBN.
Oh, yes, true.
Okay. And then you also have the yung issue nila na kuan na tawag dito, budget. 2020 budget. Yeah. So all told, all of that, Cayetano sat through it all. Okay. And he was working with all the congressmen at the time. And this is the reason why when all of them were really working together, for the first time, Congress started to earn a high rating.
Yes.
It was unprecedented, no? So that was all in there. And I think because of the fact na finally, I think they probably felt na there's something to being a congressman more than just being accused of being a pork barrel guy. No? So nagtuwanag sila. And I think this is the reason why at a certain point, leading now to what we saw in the last 2 weeks, September, I think Velasco started to think that there was a swelling of support for Cayetano to continue.
Okay.
At that point in time, mid-September, lumabas na yung palabra de honor ni Velasco. He started talking, oh, he will not do this, he will do this, ganun na siya. So, the whole time naman, Cayetano was quiet. Kasi there's nothing to discuss because hindi pa dumadating doon sa punto eh. But never, as Cayetano said, na he will not honor it. Never. Okay. Kaya nagulat ang mga tao, pati ako, I was surprised that he was talking about the guy has no palabra de honor. Hindi pa sila umaabot doon. Then I was surprised myself that the whole time that I was looking at myself as ang turnover was supposed to be on October 22.
Okay,
October
that's good.
22.
Okay, I was about to ask a question on that.
Because the date that he assumed office, Cayetano, was July 22.
Okay. So if you do the math, if you do the math, October 22 dapat, yung 15 months. I see.
So, ang nangyari ngayon dyan, so all the time, akala ko, myself, Velasco was talking about the turnover on October 22.
Right.
Yung pala in his mind, and to the surprise of many, including Cayetano, September 30 ang gusto niya.
Oh, so dito nagsimula yung brouhaha sa HOR. Nung nag-insist si Lord Alan Velasco na dapat ang term ni Alan
September 30
and at yung kanya ay magsimula na ng October 1. Okay. Isang mahalagang bagay, Erwin, if I may allow, if you may allow me to continue, na sinabi mo kanina, and this is not clear to me, and I think to so many people. So, ang nag-suggest pala nung term sharing na ito, si Mr. Duterte mismo, ang presidente mismo. So, hindi ito nanggaling sa mga congressman.
Ang ginawa ng congressman was to ask the president to intercede.
To intercede. Kaya nga, so
Oo.
si Presidente ang bali arkitekto ng term sharing.
Oo. Siya ang nagsabi
Ah.
ng 1521.
Yeah. So klaro ngayon na
Okay?
siya sa kanya
Oo.
nanggaling yung ano na yon, idea ng
1521.
term
Oo.
sharing. So hindi
Oo.
galing ito kay Alan Cayetano because some
No,
people
no,
are
no.
saying no, device ito ni
No,
Congressman
no, no,
Alan.
no, no.
Yeah,
No,
kasi
no.
gusto niyang manatili sa
Hindi yan.
posisyon, having the advantage of starting the term sharing, 15 months supposed to be, pero dalawang national budget yung palalabasin niya. And then so that's an interesting twist to
Mm-mm.
this
Mm-mm.
story. So napakagandang marinig yung from the people who really know the inside and out ng issue ito, no ha? Kasi
Mm-mm.
for a long time, ang understanding ko is that itong term sharing na to idea nung
Was,
dalawa, ngayon
no.
pala si Duterte pa lang may
Mm-mm.
pakanan nito.
Actually, kung talaga titignan mo in between the three, no?
Oo.
See, this is what Alan has been saying.
Mhm.
First, when he lost in the vice president election,
Right.
so 1 year bakante siya, di ba?
That's right.
And then nilagay ni presidente siya as DFA secretary.
DFA. Right.
Okay. I thought that he was going to stay there for the whole thing because to me it's a very very prestigious position, senior cabinet
Right.
official ka eh,
Of
as
course, yeah.
DFA.
Yeah.
And then I heard na rin na sabi niya, I have to move on. Where? To the House. Sabi ko,
Mhm.
congressman siya from
Mhm.
being a BFP secretary. Then he said, no, this is on the behest of the president.
Right.
Because he wants to make, kasi nangyari na kasi yung kay GMA, remember? Nagkaroon
Right.
ng reenactment
Si
ng
Bebot
budget.
at saka si
Yeah,
ano, yeah. Okay.
So ang gusto niya was he wants to make sure that he will not have that same problem.
Mhm.
So apparently the president talked to him.
Right.
Please leave your post
Mhm.
and work on being a congressman. And when you're a congressman, you must try to be a speaker
Right.
and help me with this problem. So that's the one of Cayetano.
Right.
But along the way came Velasco.
Yes.
All right.
Uh-huh.
And then he started to say already na he's interested, etc. and all that. And then Romualdez came into the picture.
Right.
But between the three, apparently after all of that, when the president even disregarded the number of supporters they had, Romualdez came out with the most number of votes,
He had
endorsement.
most. He had the most,
Yeah,
right?
the most.
So yun. Yeah.
Second si Velasco
Uh-huh.
daw. And then third daw si Cayetano.
Yes.
But in the determination of the kung sino who will take the first crop, it was the president.
Ah.
Okay?
Mhm.
So, consistent dun sa sinasabi ni Cayetano that it is a mission for him to make sure that Congress will not lead to reenactment.
Yeah, of
And
course.
that's
Yeah,
what
nobody wants that. Mhm.
So yun and I know that Velasco also tried to take the first crack.
Okay.
Okay, so that's nothing new there.
Mhm.
So gusto niya siyang una, mahuli daw si Cayetano. But the president said, no, I want Cayetano first.
Okay. Yeah.
Because yun na pala, may usapan sila dun sa budget.
Uh-huh.
So natuloy na yun. That's how they ended up
I
there.
see.
Oo.
Okay, I'll stop you there for a moment, Ermin.
Mm.
I'd like to play a short bit of the president's speech the other day para naman sa kaalaman ng mga hindi masyadong familiar sa issue nito, so they will have a better appreciation of what is going on and what is about to happen. So if you would allow me, pakinggan natin ng
Good.
konti ang okay.
Yeah, I heard that, yeah. Go ahead. Sig?
Sa impasse ninyo dyan and pass the budget legally and constitutionally. Pag hindi ninyo ginawa, ako ang gagawa para sa inyo. Hindi ako nananakot. Wala akong ambisyon manakot. Wala rin akong ambisyon na tatagal dito sa pwestong putang inan to. Na puro problema. Wala akong hangarin. Basta sinasabi ko lang, if you do not solve the problem, then I will solve the problem for you. Mili kayo. Either we have the positive development na maligayahan yung tao, yung amo natin palagi nakasahuli yan. Maya na yung amo natin, mamamatay na muna yan. O mabubuhay yan, medisina lang yan. Tapos ang kalimutan natin, we always forget that there is something more higher than just delaying or maneuvering in Congress, because everybody wants to be speaker.
Yan. So everybody wants to be speaker.
Exactly what I'm trying to say. Yun ang concern ni Presidente from the very beginning. Okay?
Right.
When he interceded, it's the budget ang nasa ulo niya parati.
It's the budget, yes.
Oo, okay? So
Ngayon,
ngayon,
pagkakaintindi ko, parang ipinasa na yung budget nung a few days ago.
No.
Hindi pa.
Nasa second reading pa lang.
sila.
Second reading lang yan.
Now, why do you think, ang tanong dito siguro, I would like to know, why all of a sudden the President came up with a reaction like that? When the whole time, sabi niya, hindi ako nakikialam, bahala na kayo dyan, di ba? This is because after Cayetano suspended the session for a break until November, a lot of people on the other side and in the Senate started saying openly, the budget will not be passed.
Right.
Okay? Contrary to what Cayetano has been saying, sir, the budget will be passed like I did in the past, it will be passed.
Yes.
Medyo nagduda siguro si Presidente because sila Senate President Soto, si Senator Lacson,
That's right.
and other people were telling him, impossible magkuhan kami. Of course, kasi nag-iba yung calendar nilang dalawa.
Right, yeah.
Cayetano is insisting, no, we are. Kaya recently, nag-usap ata sila ni Soto at saka si ni Cayetano na finally, Soto said, yes, we will pass the budget.
Okay.
I think nagkatugma na rin sila ng pagkakaintindihan. Kasi ang mahirap kasi dito, all of our political personalities keep on talking to the media. Hindi sila hindi nag-uusap.
Right.
Kaya hindi sila nagkakaintindihan, kaya nagkakaroon ng polarization sa issues. So I think that's what got into the play when all of this talk about reenactment of budget, kinabahan si Presidente.
Of course, and rightfully so. Yung reenactment ng budget para sa kaalaman ng mga nakikinig ngayon at nanonood, siguro kailangan ipaliwanag natin kung bakit masama yung resulta ng reenactment. But before that, let's say hello to those who have tuned in and commented, at least a few of them. From Singapore, we'd like to say hello to Unique Sino. Magandang gabi daw sa atin. She is from Singapore. And from Davao City, we have Maria Teresa Maganaka. Good evening daw. Good morning to everyone. And from Manila, I suppose, Nitz Arnyo says hello sa lahat. Okay, pagpatuloy po ninyo ang inyong mga comments. Yung iba, mahiyain, ayaw mag-comment. But we certainly welcome you, particularly po kung meron kayong mga gustong itanong or share sa ating talakbayan ngayong gabi dito sa Tinig Pinoy Radio. So, Ermin, tulungan po natin ang ilang mga kababayan natin na hindi masyadong deeper ang understanding kung bakit yung reenacted budget ay magiging masama sa bansa.
Ang reenactment budget, ibig sabihin nun, kung ano yung binigay sa yung allowance
Mhm.
last week,
Mhm.
yun ang allowance mo for the whole year.
Oh, so sa mga tweet, kung
Okay?
i-implement natin, let's say the House of Congress
Oo.
and the Senate fails to
Oo.
pass the budget,
Oo.
ang mangyayari, yung budget na naka-schedule for 2020, yun ang gagamitin.
Oo. For
Oh, mas
2021.
masama 'yun dahil
Oh, kasi
merong pumasok na pandemya.
you need a budget that is responsive to the what
Oho,
is expected.
right.
Ngayon, ang critical kasi with all the pandemic na dinadaanan natin
Mhm.
and the downturn in the economy,
Right.
okay, the government needs to respond to this.
Yeah.
Kaya it's important na there is no reenactment. Kaya nandiyan si Presidente nung tinakot na wala di na matatapos ang budget,
Uh-huh.
ay nakialam na siya.
Right. Mm.
Ang tanong ngayon, bakit niya sinuspend?
Yeah, yun ang isa sa mga tanong na nasa sa isip ng marami, me included. Sabi ko, bakit
Uh,
sinuspend ni Speaker Cayetano yung session earlier than it should be. Dapat kasi yung recess
okay.
November pa, di ba?
Tapos na meron na sila. Oo.
Yeah, dapat
Ganito
tapos
yan.
na.
Ang nag-trigger lahat niyan, if you remember, that last week or 2 weeks ago, basta on September 30, 29, there was a caucus
Okay.
between the President, Velasco, Cayetano, and some of their leaders.
Mm.
Congressman.
They went to Malacanang precisely to settle yung sinasabi nilang walang honor de palabra, hindi ba susunod yung term sharing.
Right.
That was supposed to be settled on the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
So the long and short of it, na-settle. Okay? Si Velasco pa rin ang nag-appoint ng date eh. He was the one who said October 14.
Okay. Saan galing yung
Okay.
October 14? I mean, for the
Velasco.
life of me, I don't know where.
I don't know. We don't know either. But it
So,
was he who
so
suggested
from
who's
okay.
the name. No,
Uh-huh.
He backed down from the September 30.
Okay.
Originally, September 30 ang gusto niya eh.
Yes.
Nung nagkaharap-harapan na sinasabi na ni Cayetano, bilangin mo, 32 pa tayo.
Right. Yeah.
Okay? So, but during the siguro the President was in a hurry to have it resolved. Tinanggap na lang yung September 14 ni
October 14, you mean?
Velasco.
October 14.
14. Oo.
Yes.
So, ang parting words nila, Cayetano, ikaw ang mag-announce bukas sa plenary session. May session eh.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
So, it would really be a protocol na siya lalabas na, hey, I'm telling you, this is what our agreement, I will honor the term sharing.
That's right. Yeah.
That was supposed to be the understanding. Ang problema, Velasco jumped the gun.
Okay.
Minutes after they left the palace, nasa media na Velasco will be speaker on October 14.
Yeah.
Lalabasan ko nga sa Google.
Oh, so lumabas na ngayon na parang si Cayetano was forced to accept, napahiya, pinilit ng presidente, parang gano'n ang lumalabas.
Right. Yeah.
Oh. So the speech, the supposedly privileged speech ni Cayetano the following day was precisely to comply with the president's request. Siya ang magsasuggest, mag-announce.
Mag-announce, yes.
Our meeting last night, gano'n. We have decided that the turnover will be, gano'n dapat.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Ang nangyari, because Velasco jumped the gun on him, nasira yung script nila lahat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, bumalik ngayon si Cayetano, nagkagalit.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then he said, that's when he offered to resign. Gusto mo September 30? O sige, September 30 tayo.
Yeah, and he offered to resign.
Yeah,
Ermin, that is one important issue that people were talking about bakit daw siya nag-offer na mag-resign at hindi na lang siya basta't nag-resign?
Because there is a protocol in the in the house.
Okay.
You either declare the position vacant, nobody
Okay.
resigns because you are
Okay.
mandated.
Oh, okay. So
Okay?
kung nagkaroon ng motion, let's say Mike Defensor moved that
Declare
the
the position
position of
vacant.
the is vacant,
Election na kagad.
doon magkaka-eleksyon. So
Election
parang yun
kagad
ang
yan.
nangyari, which has no precedent as far as my readings is concerned.
Yeah.
There had been no instance in the past na yung Speaker of the House offered to resign and then
None.
nagkaroon ng botohan ng members ng Congress. But that is
So
what
to declare
happened.
the position vacant.
Okay. Yeah. So nagkaroon ng attempt to resign. He offered to resign and then nagkaroon ng botohan. What happened dun sa issue na yun, sa botohan na yun?
Well, apparently, I think there was a question of yung deciding on the motion. It's not an election. Deciding on the motion whether to accept his resignation or not.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Ang nangyari, it was supposed to be viva voce.
Okay. Naging secret
Alright.
ballot ba?
Tawag nila,
Raise of funds lang yan, di ba?
nominal voting.
Nominal voting.
It became nominal voting because, sabi nila, defensor, pag nominal voting, pag viva voce ito, maraming magpo-protest, bakit ganito, ganyan. You might as well know what is the real sentiment of the House.
Yes.
So, nag-nominal voting.
Oh, okay.
Yun.
Pakipaliwanag na po, kasamang Erwin, sa ating mga listeners kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng nominal voting.
Isang tatawagin boboto.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes or no. Yes or no.
Right.
Ngayon, as I don't know if you also, some attempted to explain their voting.
Right.
And sabi sa kanila, vote first and then you explain later after the whole voting. Sabi ganun. So,
Diyan ba lumabas, Ermin, yung i-mute yung Zoom nila?
Yun ang sinasabi nila. Yun yung explanation. Okay. Kasi, like in the case of Atienza, Atienza voted not to accept the resignation.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, so he wanted to explain why.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yun ang I wasn't really privy anymore to how things happen. Kasi claim hindi ko na natin yun. Kasi for most, bumoto ka na, academic na.
Right. At saka, if I may say so, can you imagine kung bawat isang Atienza, we know how Atienza loves to talk, di ba? At magsasabi kung bakit siya, anong reason for voting yes or no. 100, 200 representatives siyang nandiyan dyan. Para isa-isa. I mean, that's ridiculous. So, yan pala ang simula nun. Nagiging comedy tuloy. Kaya nagtatawa na ng mga tao pagdating sa HOR. Pagpatuloy po ninyo, kasamang Ermin, yung explanation ninyo.
So, yung pagkatapos nung na yun, nung offering ng resignation, bumalat na naman kagad si Velasco.
Yes.
Okay. And he kept on saying precisely, why were you offering to resign on September 30 when ang usapan natin October 14?
Right.
So, yung balik-balikan na yung usapan.
Yeah.
So ganun, ang binalikan ngayon ni Cayetano, sabi niya, sige, gusto mo ng September 30 pala? Okay, magre-resign na ako. Sabi niya. So kaya nagkaroon ng voting na gano'n. Ngayon, after all of that, sunod-sunod na yung media ops. Media ops ang tawag ko dun eh.
Yeah.
Kasi sinusustain nila yung mga message nila na ganito sasabihin. Isa sinasabi.
Right. Yeah.
Now, and they were in the middle of the budget hearing.
Right.
Ang pagkaalam ko, the majority bloc were alerted by it. They were alarmed in a way. Pala.
Right.
Kasi they cannot pass the budget at the rate they were trying to question everything about the budget.
Right.
Hindi pa tapos.
Yeah.
Hindi pa tapos yung budget, but they're already questioning. Kasi they're saying na why does do the Cayetanos have so much billion in projects, etc. and all that.
Right.
Okay? And yet, they are not explaining that in this year's budget, as in last year, no, the budget is already being submitted by
Yeah.
the Department of Budget.
Yeah, it comes from the DBM, right?
It comes from
Yeah.
the DBM. In
Right.
other words, vetted na ng DBM.
Right.
Okay. There is no more pork barrel.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. Ang pork barrel kasi usually is what you call equitable distribution
Right.
of funds.
Pare-pareho ang distribution.
Pare-pareho.
Yeah.
It
Mhm.
doesn't happen anymore.
Right. Mhm.
This is the reason why at one time I was in the presence of discussion between King Lacson and Alan Cayetano.
Right.
They were talking about last year before the budget. And Cayetano was explaining to Lacson, alam mo na si Ping, okay? Pag sinabi yung pork barrel, bababa.
Right. Galit sa pork barrel
Okay.
yan.
Galing sa pork barrel yan eh. So, in-explain ni Alan yung proseso.
Right.
So, there, it quiet lang yung 2020.
Mhm.
It was quiet,
Right.
ang proseso. They're doing the same thing here. None of the congressmen were supposed to submit their own during the budget. Sabi niya, ito kailangan ko. O, sasabihin ng speaker, hati-hati kayo ngayon ang budget natin, 300 million kayo.
Right.
It doesn't happen that way. What happened was the DBM came up with the budget based on the established priorities for development.
Okay.
Okay. So, some districts, mas malaki kasi more bridges ang kailangan.
Right.
More roads dito.
Right.
Kunyari, like for example, they need an airport there. Hindi mo naman kailangan ng airport dito sa Makati.
Yeah, right.
Yung mga ganun. So,
Pwede po ba ako sumingit dito sa puntong ito? Ermin, yung distribution na sinasabi mo, wala na yun, yung equal distribution. Pero ang lumabas na complaint ng mga hindi pabor sa nangyari sa budgeting, sinasabi nila, bakit si Cayetano merong 8 point something billion at si Luis Villapuerte merong 11 something billion? Bakit? Do you know the reason?
The DBM already rationalized it.
Okay.
As you can see, in the next years, Taguig will be a central point for government.
Right. Yeah.
The Senate is going to move in there.
That's
the
correct.
Supreme Court will move in there. So
That's
you
right.
need a more developed infrastructure in the area. Kung ano yung ginawa sa Manila noon at sa Makati, kailangan ng Taguig.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so whether Cayetano was the speaker or the wife was the congressman, the DBM will still do it that way.
Right. Okay.
Kasi priorities eh.
So hindi actually pupunta yung 8 billion pesos na yon sa mga sariling proyekto halimbawa nung Cayetano family. Ito ay binudget na dahil yung infrastructure for the new Senate building will be moved there, Supreme Court will be moving there. Sa BGC ito, di ba?
BGC.
Yeah. So dun mga kaibigan nakikinig, nanonood ngayon dito sa Talakbayan, yun pong budget actually hindi nagsisimula sa Kongreso.
Congressman, hindi nila project yan.
Hindi sila pa. Nagsisimula po yung budget doon sa DBM, of course, the input ng executive because the DBM is under the executive branch. So pagkatapos po sa DBM, ipapasa ngayon sa Kongreso yan. Ang Kongreso magdi-deliberate bago ipadala sa Senado para na sa ganon ay pag-aralan naman ng Senado and then magkakaroon ng BICAM, di ba? At maaaprobahan nila yung budget na yan. So ganun yun. Yeah. Well,
actually, sinabi ni Cayetano nga last week, yung sinasabi niyo na mas malaki ang kuwalang Taguig. Sabi niya, meron pa mga 10 bayan, distrito, mas malaki pa sa amin at hindi namin kaalyado, sabi niya. In other words, hindi talaga nanggagaling sa distrito yun. Kasi kung hindi nila kaalyado, kagaya nung the way we were before.
Right.
During the time of the Venecia, during the time Alvarez, lahat sila. May pork barrel talaga. Okay? Yung pork barrel na naalis yan nung pinalitan ng DAP ni Pinoy.
Right. Yeah.
Okay? So wala na yung equitable. Ang hinahanap nila equitable eh.
Mm.
Kung gano'n ang outlawed by Supreme Court na yan.
That's true. Yeah. Nagkaroon na ng ng Supreme Court tungkol diyan dahil kapanahon na ni Pinoy, di ba?
Naintindihan ni Senator Lacson, nakita mo, si Senator Lacson, ang sinasabi lang niya, I need the clarification bakit some items in 2020 lumalabas sa 2021.
Okay.
Yan ang kini-question lang niya. Ang sabi ng DPM at DPWH, because of the pandemic na hindi natuloy.
So bali carried over sa
Carried over
2021.
sila. Ayaw nilang alisin. Kasi kung inalis mo yon, kukulang-kulang ulit yung gagawin daw nila sa 2021.
Pag pala hindi mo
never-
nagamit, Ermin, pagka pala hindi mo nagamit yung budget para sa iyo sa
Over
taon
na
na
yan.
yon,
Babalik na.
mawawala na pala yan, babalik na pala yan sa ano.
Babalik
Oh,
na sa
I see.
General Fund.
Okay, interesting. Itong mga bagay na ito hindi alam ng marami, me included.
May
Ano?
marami din nakakaalam yan. Oo.
Yeah, so
Kaya ngayon, yung sinabi ni Cayetano mag-suspend, the majority bloc already suspected.
Mhm.
At that point in time, they are going to delay the passage.
Right.
Okay. At pag na-delay ang passage, ang babagsakan ng may kasalanan.
Yeah, si Alan. Of course, yes. Yeah.
Ay ayaw niyang, he wanted to make sure that the deliberation, simplihan nila, ayusin nila ng husto, at saka nila ibabalik sa plenary.
I see. So
Kasi
what
kung hindi talaga sila aabot.
Right. So they work behind the scene instead of
They wanted to work behind the scene.
There you go.
Kasi
I see.
ang iniiwasan nila is magkakaroon na ng continuous debate ginawa na nila. Bakit
Right.
si Cayetano, ang dami-dami, bilyon. Yung mga ito, wala. Yung mga ito, hindi matatapos ang hearing.
Yeah, yan ang nagpapatagal, and we know the tendencies of people, lalo na yung mga nasa political world, masyadong grandioso kung magsalita, ayaw tumigil hanggat hawak yung microphone.
Lalo na kung may coverage ng media. Naku.
Lalo na kung merong media, papogian na yan, no?
Ay, pabidahan na yan.
So contrary, Ermin, go ahead,
William.
Paki-explain nga yung majority bloc. Is Velasco a member of the majority bloc?
Yes, technically yes.
Lumalabas kasi majority bloc is grupo ni APC at hindi ko alam kung saang bloc naman si Velasco.
Kasama siya sa majority bloc, technically speaking. Kaya nga pumasok si Presidente, pinakiusapan, isettle sila sa majority bloc. Okay? Kaya ngayon, naapektuhan na si Presidente ulit dahil yung dalawang nasa majority bloc nag-uupugan sa speakership. Magkakasama pa rin sila.
Yeah. So coalition ito, di ba? May coalition sa Kongreso.
Maraming parties naman eh.
Yeah.
Pati party list nandyan.
Yeah. So sa majority bloc, meron ding miyembro ng mga party list, di ba?
Oo. Kasi defensor sa party list.
Si defensor, anak ng party list yan eh. Okay. So we are really getting elucidated dito sa issue na to, no? Hindi kumpleto yung lumalabas sa media, particularly sa social media. Sa social media, kung sino yung magaling sa media ops, if I can borrow that term, yun ang lumalabas na na madalas.
Madali na
mag-impluwensya na-impluwensya ang tao, no? So hopefully yung mga ganitong palatuntunan katulad ng talakbayan sa Tinig Pinoy Radio kung saan meron tayong mga guests na nagpapaliwanag at binibigyan linaw para sa marami yung kalakaran, sana magpatuloy. So nagkaroon ng yung impasse hindi mahinto dahil hindi humihinto yung magkabilang panig. Merong media report na in fact Alan Velasco was almost not minding privacy as an issue, no? Yung usapan nila ni Presidente Digong, sabi daw sa kanya ni Presidente, Lord, na-dengoy tayo. I mean, for someone in the political world to to share that.
Yung mga side remarks, hindi man na dapat yun. It all said to you in all confidence. And,
all confidence.
Personal kwan yan.
Right.
Uh,
Presidente.
So
oh,
ang nangyayari nito parang divisive yung mga action na yun. You're driving a
it's
wedge even more doon sa issue instead of being the good
this
politician
ang
you are.
nangyari is naninira na naninira.
Yeah, yun ang nangyari. Nagkakaroon na ng siraan.
I have to be frank about it. No, na to me, I was really also disappointed. Akala ko talaga smooth turnover yan eh.
Right, yeah.
Because I never heard Cayetano say, I will not honor. He always said he will honor. He
yeah.
never said, I will not.
Yeah.
Kaya nung sabi ko, teka muna, may nangyayari na ata rito, kako.
Right, yeah.
So all of these
Merong
were not part of the script.
Right. Pero dito sa nangyari na to, lumalabas din na kung sino ang masipag at kung sino ang magaling in coordinating things, yun ang tao na nakukuha yung resultang gusto. And Speaker Alan has proven proven his salt as that kind of a leader in Congress. Like he passed the first budget in
Budget,
2020,
binasa niya.
opposed dun sa 2019 na nagkaroon ng reenactment, di ba? Dahil nagka-problema si Bebot at saka si GMA. Pero nung unang budget term ni Speaker Alan, it went smoothly, walang naging problema. Nagkaroon lang ng problema ngayon dahil nga rito sa issue ng merong gustong
Term sharing.
sa term sharing. Gustong maglagay ng gustong tapusin earlier than originally agreed. Ermin, important question. Ano ang inaasahan nating mangyayari sa Martes?
Ako, from the way I've sensed it and nagsalita si Cayetano. He said he welcomes na magkaroon ng special session ang tanawag ng presidente.
Yeah.
Ang reading ng iba, akala nila sinupalpal si Cayetano.
Mm-hmm.
Cayetano actually welcomed it. Kasi precisely, hindi na pwedeng dumiskarte ng politika during the hearing si Velasco.
Oh, okay.
So he liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi this is exactly why they suspended the session.
Right.
Because gusto nila matapos yung trabaho.
Mm-hmm.
So, yun ang nila. So, ngayon na sabi ni Presidente, you only have 4 days.
Right.
Ay, wala na sila. But, I understand, I don't know if you notice it also, apparently, I think Velasco is still preparing for a takeover during this period.
He doesn't stop, does he?
I don't know why. Kasi naglabas na naman siya ng litrato kasama niya si Mayor Sara.
Right.
So anong gusto niyang palabasin? Sabi ko, wala na kahit. Kaya kailangan, if kung talagang na majority black about the budget, they can finish it. Kasi last year they did it.
Yeah, they did.
Ngayon, alam na nila yung they're not new anymore to the process, the way it should be. Right. So they know exactly how to go about it.
That's true. Yeah.
Wag lang talaga, sabi nga nila, wala mag-grandstanding at matuturuan na naman, bakit ganyan ang budget mo? Bakit yung ganyan?
Right. Yeah. Yun ang problema when people would start rabble-rousing because yung gusto nila hindi masunod, di ba? So they would question the motive of the people who are
everybody's being suspected tuloy.
Right. Yeah, totoo yan.
So,
yung intramural, go ahead, Will, please.
Kanina, nagbabasa ako ng Facebook habang nag-aantay sa inyo. Nakita ko yung picture ni Velasco in Inday Duterte. Apparently, meron na naman silang siguro pinapalabas na, in-endorso ko ni Inday. Ang hindi ko maintindihan, bakit kailan involved yung pamilya ni President Duterte? Sabi ni President, na-dengoy ako. Na-dengoy tayo. Hindi na dapat pinag-uusapan yun. And bakit natin involved si Inday? Ano ba ang ganun ba ka-powerful si Inday sa Congress? And Congress will just put Velasco as the speaker because Inday wants him to be the speaker?
I have no answer for that.
Mahirap sagutin yan, Will. We can all speculate on that issue, but probably
what you want to know is ano ang connection ni Velasco kay Sara?
Yan. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Ang kwan dyan is, they have, kumbaga, naging ninong ata si, ninang si Mayor. And the Mayor is close to the wife of Alan Velasco.
Ermin, pwede bang magbulong? Totoo ba na ang asawa ni Lord Alan Velasco ay anak ni RSA?
Hindi. Hindi naman. Hindi naman na yun. Malayo na yun.
Okay.
She is known to be the Girl Friday. Yung talagang person behind yung mga handling sensitive things for him.
Oh, I see. So hindi siya anak ni RSA. Yeah, kasi yun ang sinasabi, baka kaya daw masyadong powerful si Alan dahil he has the backing of the multi-million resource ni RSA.
There's no doubt Velasco is being backed by San Miguel, okay?
Yeah.
Because precisely of those lines.
Yeah.
Kasi on his own naman talaga, I mean, for all these media ops, that's a lot of money.
Of course, yeah, of course. Money flows pagdating sa ganyan. And you should know because...
Naintindihan mo yan, Dan.
So, sa makatwid, ang connection ni Lord Alan kay Mayor Sara dahil doon sa relationship nung Mrs. ni Alan at saka ni Mayor Sara. Personal yon. Pero it is also known that Sara, early on during the yung process of selecting the HOR speaker,
she endorsed him.
Involved siya, in-endorse niya mismo si Lord Alan. Yeah, totoo yan. Hindi naman pinagkakait ni yan eh. Sa tanong ngayon ni
open yun.
Yeah, sa tanong ni William na bakit ganun ba ka-powerful? Yes, ganun ka-powerful. Presidential daughter kahit paano. She has the ear of the president because they see one another often. More than anyone. Plus, she is the head of Hugpong, di ba? Ang HNP was material to the election of many officials in government now. Tama ba yun, Ermin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hindi mo maalis siya, especially sa Philippine politics.
Right.
Personality. Sabi ka natin, we have such a thing as necropolitics, no? Pag namatay asawa mo, yung asawa ang kandidato.
Well, that is not unique in the Philippines only. That also happens in other countries.
Well, more for us.
More for the Philippines, yeah. Kung gusto mo maging presidente, kailangan patayin mo yung spouse mo. I'm sorry. Did I use the word? Right, yeah. Magiging suddenly kasi, magiging martir ka eh. No? Nandoon yung awa effect ng Pilipino. Nakakaawa naman yan.
Pilipino.
Yeah, right.
Tulungan natin. Ganun.
So ngayon
meron
go ahead, William.
Binabasang comment ng isang sa Facebook naman.
Right.
Tigil na natin yung yung gulo sa sa Congress. Huwag na natin gawin speaker yung dalawa. Hindi naman silang magkasundo para silang bata. Si Marcoleta lang gawin natin speaker of the house.
Maganda sana yan kung mangyayari, but I don't think that will happen.
Ang problema kasi sa ganyan, hindi tayo participating party.
Right.
It's the votes.
It's the votes.
Kasi alam mo, kahit na mag-resign si Cayetano, hindi automatic uupo si Kwan.
Right. Magkakaroon pa ng botohan dyan eh.
There must be an election. In the same manner, dun sa unang-una, nung term sharing nila ni Alan.
Si Alan was elected.
Okay. Yeah. Alan has had to be elected officially.
Right.
As a
kailangan
speaker.
official. Yeah, yun ang kalakaran dyan.
Pag kahit na sabi, declare the vacant position, the position vacant, election yan.
Election, yeah.
Yung bang term sharing, meron bang rules na pwede yon?
Wala.
Wala. It was just created.
It's an internal affair.
Yeah, internal affair yan. Hindi yan
part ng partido.
Pagkakaintindi ko kasi, ang speaker, binoboto ng mga congressmen.
Exactly. Kahit na
agreement.
Yeah. Na mismo yung sinabi ni ni Ermin, sabi niya, kahit na nagkaroon ng gentleman's agreement yung dalawa, bago na upo si Alan bilang speaker, he had to be elected.
Ang magkatanong ko, babalik ako doon sa umpisa. Paano? Agree ba yung nag-suggest si Presidente na 15-21? Nag-agree ba yung House?
Well, obviously, hindi
Hindi
part
naman,
ng
di ba?
hindi part ng rule 'yan eh. Hindi part
Pag
yan ng
kaya sabi nga ni Presidente nung una pa, I want the term sharing to be honored. But if
right.
Velasco doesn't have the numbers, wala na akong magagawa.
Yeah,
Sabi ni
sinabi yan ni
Presidente yan.
Presidente. Yeah, sinabi ni
Oo.
Presidente yan.
So,
Oh,
in
so,
other words, magre-resign siya,
right.
magba-voting dyan. Kung sino ino-nominate nila, sabi mo si Marcoleta,
Yeah,
sabi
dyan
ng iba
maaari
si
pumasok.
Romualdez.
Right.
Maraming pangalan ang lalabas dyan.
That's it. Yeah. So, hindi nakakasigurado
Labas
si
na sa
Alan
February,
Velasco.
labas na sa term sharing yun.
Yeah, labas na yon. Yeah. So, this is a very interesting topic. And unfortunately, we are running out of time. We have like
Okay.
5 minutes to go before 9.
Go ahead.
But if Ermin doesn't mind, we can go beyond that. Yan ang kagandahan ng nasa digital no ha. Hindi tayo confined doon sa mga time schedule. But we'd like to appreciate and acknowledge some of those who came in. We'd like to say hello to Cecilia Distrito Cruz. Sabi po niya, excuse me po, hindi po ba pwedeng i-abolish na yung pork barrel na yan? Okay.
Wala naman.
Thank you for that question, Cecilia. And then Maridi Kiridak of Ottawa says, Bongga. Ang chika-chika, si Tibio Jacob ng Thailand is watching right now. Wala siyang ibang comment kung hindi yon. In fact, yung comment niya mukhang Thai character hindi ko mabasa yon. So, pag ipatuloy po ninyo ang inyong mga komentaryo at katulad ng hamon namin sa inyo, join us. Instead of just sitting in the sideline and just listening, you're not even commenting, I invite you. Be brave enough, join us in the panel. We'll send you a link and you will be seen live. Yun nga lang, i-crucify namin kayo. Just joking. Just joking. We will not. We will be kind to you, just like we are always kind to our guests.
You're being
Ermin,
kind to me.
of course, we're all kind to one another here. So yung term sharing na yan, hopefully.
Let me answer that question. Bakit lang hindi i-abolish yung pork barrel?
Right. Okay.
This is precisely the point. People are still under the impression na pork barrel ang labanan sa Congress. Wala na po yan.
Yeah.
Okay? Wala na yung sasabihin na magbigay ka ng project for 200 million. Ikaw 200 million. Wala na po yan. Ang lahat ng project nanggagaling na po sa executive. Right. Hindi nanggagaling sa distrito.
Yeah.
So, yung pag sinasabi ng pork barrel, tapos na po yan. History na yan.
History,
right. Nagkuha na ng Supreme Court yan. Hindi pwede yan. Sinubukan ng Pinoy government, lumusot, ginawa nila yung DAP.
Right.
Yung sila mismo ang gumamit ng pera at kung kanino gusto nila ibigay.
Right, yeah.
Sabi ng korte, illegal yan. Kaya nga may kaso sila Pinoy at saka si Congressman Abad.
Yeah,
because of that.
Yeah, because of that. That's true. So nasa rear view mirror na po natin ngayon yung pork barrel. Ginagamit na lang yan ng mga tao kung gusto nilang siraan yung hindi nila kaalyado. Yan, nanggugulo lang po sila. So, in answer to you, Cecilia Distrito Cruz, wala na pong pork barrel ngayon. Dinesisyonan na yan ng Supreme Court. Of course, alam natin na tinry at ginamit pa rin yan nung bago matapos yung termino ni Presidente Noynoy. But we are now in the Duterte era. Maasahan po ninyo na wala na yan. Hindi na ginagawa yan. So ituloy natin. We are now at 8:58. So sa bakatpid, kung susundin natin yung ating regular schedule, we end up in 2 minutes.
No problem with me.
Yeah. Ermin, so October 13 happens. What are you expecting?
Well, I'm being optimistic na they will get down to brass tacks, the budget.
Right.
Okay? Kasi the president will really be extremely disappointed pag hindi nila tinakil yan.
Right.
Pag may tumayo, declaring the seat vacant, kagulo yan.
Oh. So yun yung maaaring maging fireworks kung sakaling merong gumawa niya. Do you think somebody do that?
This is why the Cayetanos they welcome the special session.
Right.
The reason for this is because nakatutok si Presidente sa proceedings. Makikita niya kung sinong grandstanding, kung sino magdi-delay. Yun ang ina-avoid nila Cayetano na may manggugulo pa. Wala nang panahon.
Pero hindi
So,
mapipigil nanino man even by the Speaker of the House.
Anybody can stand up
From
there.
anyone. Yeah. Hindi niya po pwedeng i-mute yung Zoom?
Hindi. Pag ano no, pag motion na yun eh. Hindi na point of order or anything.
Hindi na point of order. Yeah, somebody will stand up. Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Yeah.
I move. Pag motion na yan, wala na.
Yeah. So, Ermin, we are all hoping that things will go smoothly on Tuesday. Ano, ang tanong ko rito ngayon, and I'm really curious. Kung napansin po ninyo, mga kaibigan, nung in-announce ni Presidente Duterte yung kanyang disappointment, yung kanyang frustration, and where he issued a very stern warning to the parties involved, he was flanked by the two highest officers from the military and from the PNP. Yan. I thought that told us something. That told us something, di ba? It was a show of force. Ano po ang mangyayari kung yung mga anak niya diyan sa Kongreso manatiling matigas ang ulo at hindi gawin yung inaasahan ng palasyo? Ano po sa tingin ninyo, kasamang Ermin, ang gagawin ni Presidente? Sorry for putting you on the spot.
No,
because
it's not because a lot of people are giving the image, a lot of meaning.
Right.
Okay? Sa akin naman, I like to be very about it. An image is an image.
Right.
All right. They had just had a meeting with the generals.
Right.
Right. If it was a show of solidarity in government.
Right.
Okay. I think that was more the message.
So it was not a show of force.
It's more of solidarity.
Solidarity. Very good.
Okay. Yeah. So, yung sinasabi nila na there is a threat of RevGov,
right,
of martial law.
Yeah.
Okay. Kung gusto niyo paglaruan yan, okay lang, no? But I doubt very much if the president is inclined to do that.
Right. Yeah.
So just saying, tumino na kayo.
Right. Yeah.
Magtatanong lang ako.
William, please.
In-extend yung Congress from 13 to 16. Lang, may agreement sila na hanggang October 14 lang ang term ni Speaker Cayetano. So sa 14, dapat mag-turn over sila ni Velasco as per schedule nila. Di ba? So ngayon, 13 to 16, wala na muna yung turnover na yun siguro. Dahil hindi matatapos.
That is what is expected. As a matter of fact, nagsalita na rin si Majority Floor Leader Romualdez. Sabi niya, lahat ng political questions will be settled after the budget.
Very nice. Okay? Very nice.
So, which is a strong message that everybody wants the budget.
Right. Yeah.
Kung gusto nyo magpolitika, magkakagulo kayo.
Okay.
So,
right.
Both Cayetano and Romualdez are towing the president's line. Mag-budget muna tayo.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Ang nakakabahala nga, sabi nga ni Vice President Lenny, nakakabahala, yung nagpapalabas pa ng litrato ng coalition between Velasco and the mayor.
Right. Yeah.
Bad taste na naman, sabi ko. Hindi na naman maganda yung dating sa tao.
Right.
Parang ayaw na pakinggan siya. Sa akin, ito sa bad taste na gusto mo palabasin na gano'n.
Right.
Budget ang pag-uusapan eh.
Yeah. Well, he's trying to flex his political arms. Pinakikita niya na strongly connected he is, right? Well, hopefully
out of place ka nga eh. Out of place.
Yeah.
Just in case, matapos yung budget, then nag-agree, binitawan na ni Speaker Cayetano yung posisyon, Then, ita-turn over niya ngayon kay Congressman Velasco. So,
Kung iboboto siya.
you're now the speaker, pero alam ko, may process yan sa Congress. So, what if, pagkatapos, assuming na si Velasco na ang speaker, walang nagreklamo, pero wala kayang mag-ano na, oops, I move to declare the speakership vacant.
That will not come to that. I don't think it will get to that. Kasi
Not on those days.
Not on those days.
Not on those days.
Yeah.
Possible na
Actually, that can happen anytime.
Right.
Just like in the case of GMA,
Mhm.
nobody expected that on the day of SONA gagawin niya yun.
Right. Yeah.
Remember?
Right.
So, anybody can call for an vote yung declaring a position vacant
Right.
anytime.
Yeah. Basta't meron kang number, pwede mong gawin
Numbers
yan.
ka, oo.
Yeah, if you have the numbers. So assuming na si Velasco has that in mind, or somebody else has that in mind, kailangan meron silang report ng numbers needed to pass that motion. Yeah.
Ilan ba kailangan? 50%?
Majority.
Ang motion naman, it can be single lang eh. It can be seconded eh. And if it's seconded, okay na yun.
Right. Yeah.
So then they will have a voting.
That's right. That's when it comes when you divide the house, sabi nga nila. Right. Okay, well, interesting. So we are all sitting here waiting for October 13 to happen. And it seems that there won't be any fireworks.
Hopefully.
Hopefully there won't be any fireworks. Sabi po ni Elisa Relon ng Makalamba, she is tuned in and watching our deliberation. Yung ganitong talakayan daw ay maganda. Mind feed ang sabi ni Cecilia Distrito Cruz. Sabi naman ni Maria Teresa Maganaka, your talakayan sounds very interesting. Please continue. Yan. And we are doing that. Ermin here has shared with us his know-how of what's happening at the House of Representatives. And I think we will, at this point, pero na lang kung meron pang mga... William, do you have any other questions?
Papasalamat ako kay Ermin dahil ngayon, maliwanag na. Kasi ako mismo naguguluhan dahil nakikita ko yung mga pinopost ni Velasco, nakikita ko na siya sa pinopost ni APC. So, hindi ko na ngayon maintindihan. Ngayon, from somebody who has the knowledge, saka meron mga connection, nalalaman natin ngayon kung ano ba talaga ang totoong nangyari.
And that's exactly what happened today. Yeah, and that's exactly what happened today. And thanks to Ermin for sharing. Yeah, for sharing his knowledge. So go ahead, William.
Maraming salamat at para din alam na ngayon ng mga kasama natin, mga Pilipino, sa buong mundo, na hindi pala ganun ang totoong pinalalabas nila na walang palabra de honor si APC.
Yan. So, importante pa rin ngayon yung palabra de honor sa mga taong responsable. Yung bang mga disente at
yung sinasabi nga natin, hindi issue yung palabra de honor dito.
Right.
Hindi issue, it never was. Pinalabas lang nila Velasco may palabra de honor problem. Walang issue yun eh.
It's been all political posturings from another party, whereas the other party seems to be doing its job in delivering the mandate they are tasked with, and that is the review and approval of the national budget for 2021, which contains the stimulus packages necessary to address the problems brought about by the pandemic, yung COVID-19. Hopefully, with the blessings of the Lord, sana ay maging maayos, smooth ang deliberation on October 13 that will result in the timely passage and submission of the budget to the Senate. So third reading ang hinihintay natin pagkatapos nito, Ermin?
Yes. Second. Actually, baka hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin nila during the special one. Kasi they only approve it second reading. I don't know whether they want to review the second reading before they go
Okay.
to the second. I don't know. Hindi na ako
Yeah.
familiar dun sa process na yun.
Yan ang problema doon kasi pag ni-review na naman yung second reading, maglalabasan na naman yung pagkarami-raming tanong, ano ha?
Kaya
Yeah,
nga eh.
madidelay na naman. Yeah.
Mm,
Pero
mm,
meron tayong guarantee from the Senate, at least from the way I
Tatapusin nila.
understood. Yeah, I understood from Ermin's statement that merong amicable discussion na
Assurance. May
yeah,
assurance na sila.
may assurance na ang Senado from the Senate President Soto, who's getting very high approval rating at 84%.
Galing siya.
Wow.
In fairness
Ang galing,
naman,
ano ha?
Galing
And of
siya.
course, nandiyan dyan si anti-pork Ping Lacson, who is also committed in supporting the passage of a budget that is okay.
At saka,
What?
yung kilakso, walang lulusot na pork barrel. Kung sinasabi nila, naku, maniwala kayo.
Yeah, hindi po pwede yan. Nandun yung gwardiya eh. No? Armado yung gwardiya.
I worked with Senator Lacson for a while and I know pag tinagat niya yan, hindi niya pakakawalan yan.
Right, yeah. So you don't want to catch the ire of Ping Lacson when it comes to pork. And dyan,
hindi magkakamali yan.
yeah, hindi magkakamali. So, Ermin, maraming salamat for sharing your time and your knowledge of what's happening. We appreciate your being with us here. Doon po sa mga sumusubaybay, gusto nyong ma-check si Ermin Garcia. Siya po ang editor ng Sunday Punch, which is available in English version weekly. Meron po silang digital presence.
No problem.
Yeah, meron kayong digital presence. That would be punch.dagupan.com. And with that, Ermin, the last word is yours.
Well, first of all, William, salamat for helping Dan get to me because I was actually looking forward to it the last time. Hindi ako sumabit ako dito. But I'm glad I made it and they had the opportunity to clarify a lot of issues that I thought that many are getting to be confused with the issues now. So just then anytime you think you need some clarification on my end, I'm on Facebook. So anytime.
Alright. Paki-accept na lang po yung friend request ko para makita ko kayo.
Okay, no problem. I'll do that.
Okay.
Sige, salamat ha. Good night.
Salamat din po. Good night. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you all for tuning in, and my partner, William. Maraming salamat to you, William, for arranging this interview. And to all, have a wonderful evening, day, afternoon, or whatever. Basta pagpalain po tayong lahat ng Diyos. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Maraming salamat and good night.